Hi, my name is Mara Orescanin. I'm an associate professor of oceanography at the Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. I study beaches and how rivers interact with the coastal ocean and how sand moves around on the beach. I came from an undergraduate in physics. I have 2 master's degrees, one in geology, one in theoretical and applied mechanics. And then I ended up getting my PhD in ocean engineering, where I studied more beaches and learned how to play around with sand using the scientific method. My journey has not been a straight path from point A to point B. I have definitely iterated through many attempts at discovering what it was that I was curious at. I started off in middle school and in high school loving physics. So I thought I'd go off and do my undergraduate degree in physics. Along the way, I was told that girls aren't supposed to be good at math, and yet here we are. And so overcoming expectations from your peers and from people who have biases was definitely part of that journey. But it wasn't until I was 25. I was 25 and already halfway through my first attempt at a PhD when I was sitting on the beach and discovered, I love the beach, and maybe I could have a career that involves that passion for something that I enjoy going to visit. I had 5 years of hard work, fun, but practical hands-on experience. And it was after that where I felt finally like I'm in a career where I find job satisfaction, I'm curious about what I'm studying, and I can pursue this for a long-term career. This past winter in California, we had unprecedented amounts of rain and precipitation in the area, which led to some very extreme flooding in our surrounding watersheds. It got my mind thinking about all of the complications we have with our watersheds and how we monitor them and how we can prepare and better protect our assets from pending threats of climate change. So one of the things that I think is so critical about this is it really touches on a bunch of disciplines. You can be involved in agriculture, you can be involved in oceanography, you can be involved in biology and chemistry and environmental sciences. The challenge, as I see it, is try and come up with a way of integrating a multidisciplinary approach to monitoring watersheds that we can use to better inform our neighboring communities in terms of the threats of things like flooding, bad water quality, and those impacts that they might have in linking land-based activities to our coastal ocean. This challenge is important because it ties in a looming abstract concept of climate change with the here and now of everyday life on the central coast of California. This past winter, when we saw such flooding, we had huge impacts to local communities in terms of flooding of homes and people's communities, as well as to agriculture through flooding of fields. So being able to understand the impacts, the breadth of damage, will really help both scientists like myself as well as policymakers understand the sort of long-term consequences of a single flooding event. One thing I would love to see in this challenge is the integration of interdisciplinary autonomous systems platforms. We have all of this amazing technology at our fingertips now. Right in your phone, you have capabilities that 10, 20 years ago were only dreams. How can we leverage all of this technology to help solve problems of monitoring water quality and flooding impacts to our local communities?